All right, fam. Guess what? It is about that time. Let's do this. Hey, hey, hey. It is your girl, Michelle Allen Franklin, honey. It is your girl, Michelle D.I. Why for divine intervention, honey? Because there are no coincidences in this world. Only God's divine intervention in our lives. And Miss Community Builder, why? Because you know your girl is always giving you the good information. Honey, what is today? Today has been the best day, proof of that agape love, honey. Yes, it is Resurrection Sunday. Resurrection Sunday. Yes, Resurrection Sunday, honey. The best day. The best day. Grateful. You talking about a day for gratefulness? Where would we be if it were not for that agape love? Where would we be? I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. Honey, go to the comment section, um, to the, not to the comment section, to the description up above and look at the three things that I have given you for today just to think about. There is a to-do list on there just because today we are continuing our journey, day 18 in the magic by Miss Rhonda Burns, and it is the magical to-do list. So I thought, how fitting is it? Christians, we have a to-do list as well, and so how fitting is it for us to just remind ourselves of a couple of things that we can put on our list, not striving for to be perfect, right? But just striving to be better than we were the day before. That's really all God wants from us. Can you be better than you were the day before? I've told y'all this before. I ask for God every night to decrease me and increase Him. Yeah, so I can just be a little bit more like Him each and every day. And so, one of the biggest myths that I just love talking about is that perfection thing. People out there feeling like that they have to be perfect before they can have a relationship with God. And that is just one of the things that I just want you to know I'm here to bust, honey. Your girl is not perfect. I don't try to be perfect. I ain't ever trying to be perfect. I, again, just am trying to be better than I was the day before. I'm trying to walk in purpose. I'm just trying to be as obedient as I can be each and every day and learn from the mistakes that I have and then come back and give them all to you guys, honey, so we can learn and grow together. Yeah, that's the community builder in me. That's what your girl is doing. Well, it is day 18. We're going to get into it. The magical to do list, honey. This Eden Phillipotts is a novelist and a poet. He starts off the chapter by saying, "The world is full of magical things waiting for our wits to grow sharper." Really, when you think about it, gratitude is your best friend. It is always there for you, always available to help you, and it will never fail you or let you down. And the more heavily you lean on it, the more it will do for you and the more it will enrich your life. Today's magical practice will show you how to lean on gratitude even more so it can do more magical things for you. Every day, there are little life problems that come up and need solving. Sometimes we can feel overwhelmed if we don't know how to solve a situation. Your girl is guilty. Maybe your problem is that you don't have enough time for all the things you need to do, and you're at a loss because there are only 24 hours in the day. It may be that you feel overwhelmed from work and you want more free time, but you can't see any way to have it. You may be at home taking care of children and you're feeling frazzled or exhausted, but you don't have the means to get support to give you time out. You may be faced with a problem that needs fixing, but have no idea which way to turn to fix it. You may have lost something and tried your best to locate it, but had no luck. Or you might want to find something like the perfect pet, the perfect babysitter, great hairdresser, or an amazing dentist or doctor. And despite your best efforts, you haven't been able to find what you need. You could be in an uncomfortable situation because of something a person has asked you to do and you don't know how to respond to them. Or you could be in some kind of dispute with someone, and instead of getting it resolved, things seem to be getting worse. This magical to-do list will help you with any little day-to-day problems when you don't know what to do or when you simply want something to be done for you. You will be amazed at the results. When you combine gratitude's magical power with the law of attraction, people, circumstances, and events must be rearranged to do what you want done for you. You will not know how it will happen or how it will be done for you, and that is not your job. Your job is simply to be grateful as you can simply be grateful as you can be for what you want done right now as though it were already done, and then let the magic happen. Today, create a to-do list. The most important thing you would like to be done or resolved for you, and then title the list the magical to-do list. You might put things on your list that you don't have time to do or don't want to do, along with current problems. From the smallest day-to-day things to bigger life situations, think through any area of your life where you need something resolved or done for you. Whenever you finish making your list, choose 3 things from the list to focus on today, and one at a time imagine that each item has been magically done for you. Imagine that all people, circumstances, and events have been moved to do it for you, and it is now done. All done, all sorted, all solved for you, and you're giving massive thanks in return for it having been done. Spend at least 1 minute on each of your 3 items, believing it is done and feeling enormous gratitude in return. You can follow the same practice on the rest of the items on your list at another time. But there is power in simply putting the things you want done on the magical list. Remember, the law of attraction says like attracts like, and that means that when you are grateful for the solutions as though you have them, you will attract everything you need into your life to resolve the situation. Focusing on problems attracts more problems. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Focusing on problems attracts more problems. You have to be a magnet to the solution, not a magnet to the problems. Being grateful that you have the solution and that it has been resolved attracts the solution. To demonstrate how powerful this magical practice is, I want to share a story with you about my daughter, who used this practice to attract her lost wallet back to her. After being out one night, my daughter discovered the next morning that she did not have her wallet. She had no idea where she might have lost it, or even if it had been stolen. She called the restaurant where she went to dinner, the taxi company she used to come home, the local police station. She searched streets and knocked on surrounding doors, but no one had found her wallet. Other than the fact that my daughter's wallet contained the usual precious things in it, including all her bank and credit cards, driver's license, and cash, her biggest concern was that her wallet contained no current contact information because she had been overseas for some time. She didn't have a publicly listed phone number with a common surname. There seemed to be no hope. But despite the seemingly impossible obstacles, my daughter sat down, closed her eyes, got a picture of her wallet in her mind. She visualized that she was holding her wallet in her hands. She opened her wallet and went through all its contents and felt enormous gratitude that she had her wallet and everything in it back in her hands. For the rest of the day, whenever she thought of it, again, my daughter imagined she had her wallet in her hands and she felt enormous elation and gratitude that her wallet had been returned. Later that night, she received a call from a farmer who lived 100 miles away, saying that he had found her wallet. The extraordinary part of this story is that the farmer had found the wallet in the street outside my daughter's home in the early hours of the morning. And he immediately searched the wallet looking for contact details. He made several calls and trying to find its owner, but to no avail. And so he gave up and drove back to his farm and with the wallet. But while he was walking out in the fields at his farm, the wallet kept nagging and nagging at him, and he decided to search through it one more time. He found a small piece of paper with a man's Christian name written on it. He said he put the Christian name together with my daughter's surname and called directory assistance. There was just one listing for that Christian name and surname. The farmer called the phone number, and it was the home of my daughter's father. To this day, we don't know how the farmer got the phone number because it was an unlisted number. We called directory assistance ourselves several times after this happened, and the response every time was, "Sorry, there is no listing for that name." For 100 miles away, through the most extraordinary sequence of seemingly impossible events, my daughter's wallet was returned to her intact. She fulfilled her part in being grateful that she had her wallet back, as um, as and as blah, 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 blah. Okay. She fulfilled her part in being grateful that she had her wallet back, and as must happen, gratitude performed its magic and moved every person, circumstance, and event to return her wallet to her. The magical practice of gratitude is available for you to use as well. And it is always has been. Just you just had to discover it for yourself and learn how to use it. So this is magical practice number 18, the magical to-do list. Count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings, and write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you. And feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, create a written list of the most important things or problems you need done or solved. Title your list the magical to-do list. Number 3, choose three of the most important things from your list, and one at a time, imagine that each thing has been done for you. Number 4, spend at least 1 minute on each thing, believing it is done and feeling enormous gratitude in return. And so, again, this practice is the magical to-do list. We are practicing gratitude if you haven't heard. If you don't know, if this is your first time watching, we have been practicing the gratitude since last month, for this whole month, for the month of March. We are going into the April. There's still at least 10 more practices in here. And so we're going into April, mainly because gratitude is one of the quickest ways to peace, right? Those of y'all that know me know I have been grieving the loss of my cousin last month, and my nephew's anniversary of his death is coming up month of April. And so just in wanting to pay homage to both of them, to live this thing and this walk in grief a little bit differently. Most people, when we're grieving, right, we like to just retreat and go and be, deal with things on our own. For me, I've been working very, very hard, just trying to show up and just show up differently and not do things the same, and to try to just be a little more consistent than I may have been in the past, just for me, right? To show up in my purpose, to show up and to honor them in their spirit. One, they will not get to live out their dreams, but I, in honor of them, can live out mine. And one of them is utilizing my gift, which is my voice. And that is to share and share the things that I know that work. And gratitude is just one of those just priceless practices that I know works from the heart. And so it grounds you, it centers you, thinking about things. Yesterday, my baby girl and I were doing laundry, and I was telling her because she was complaining about some things, and I said, you know what? Why are we complaining? Go ahead and just name 10 things that you're grateful for. And she now, okay. Now name 10 things on your body and in your health that you're grateful for. When you get to a place where you feel like you're so funky and negative and just you're in this little stuck place, gratitude will get you back. When you start just looking at the little things in your life, the things that we take for granted, it makes a tremendous difference. And so that's what I wish for you, because I know there are some people out there that are stuck. There's some people out there, you find yourself complaining. You've been complaining so much, you don't even realize you're complaining. That was me. I was just complaining about everything. I was, like everything irked my spirit, which is not me. And so for me to get back to who I am, I started practicing gratitude very intentionally last June. And so, and it's made a tremendous difference, again, in how I handle situations. And so that is what my prayer is for you. And as we practice these things each and every day, I always say, if you haven't tried it before, honey, try it. What you have to lose? What you have to lose? There's so much more to gain. If you want the beginning of the series and you want to follow and do it day by day, we again started at the beginning of the month, and it is on the Reflections Choosing Me Guilt free channel, which is the YouTube channel, under the podcast section. And you can go finding some positive in the crazy is the name of this series. And so again, this is day 18, the magical to-do list. It is your girl, Michelle Franklin, honey, Miss Michelle, D.I. Why? For divine intervention, babe. I don't believe in coincidences. Only God's divine intervention in our lives. Any and everything that you might see over there under the podcast list, honey, just go over there and see what you find. Subscribe while you're over there. Support your girl so you know when something new is coming out. And Mrs. Community Builder, why? Because you know your girl loves to give you that good information, honey, for your mind, your body, your spirit, and your emotions. So that's what I'm doing, baby. That's it. Look, that's it and that's all, baby. I aspire to inspire until I expire. That's what I'm doing, honey. Look, what you doing? What you doing? Going over there to the Reflections Choosing Me Guilt-Free YouTube channel and subscribe while you ain't doing nothing. Y'all have a good one.